The residents are very creative. They live in an environment of possibilities, independence, and choice, physical, intellectual, cultural, and emotional. Keeps them really active, healthy, engaged, and loving life, right?
Hello and welcome. On this season of the podcast, I get to sit down with artists and sponsors involved in the 2024 studio tour put on by Great Falls Studios in Virginia. And this is the annual art festival where visitors have access to creators with an emphasis on learning about and sometimes getting involved in the artist's creative process. The tour takes place this year on Saturday, October 19th and Sunday, October 20th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can find out more on www.greatfallsstudios.com. So that's www.greatfallsstudios.com. Thank you and enjoy the show. Welcome, Juli Swanson from Brightview Senior Living in Great Falls and one of the studio tour's generous sponsors. Welcome today. We were just commenting on what a nice quiet space you have there.
Yes.
Can get a little bit rambunctious, I imagine, over at the senior living location residence. So I'm just joking.
Yes.
Can you just explain a little bit what you do over at Brightview?
Sure. So my name is Juli Swanson, and I'm the executive director over here at Brightview Great Falls. Brightview Senior Living was founded in 1999, and it was built on the idea that a great place to work is a great place to live. And so I run the community along with a team of associates. And creating vibrant communities by providing excellent service is Brightview's mission.
Yes.
The residents are very creative. They live in an environment of possibilities, independence, and choice where they can receive the support that they need to make the most of every day. So we have assisted living and memory care here at Brightview Great Falls.
What's the age range for the inhabitants there, for the folks?
Yeah, we have residents who range from 58 years old to 98 years old and everything in between.
That's nice.
It is. It's a nice range. And some of our folks are local. So they've come from Great Falls. They've lived here for most of their life. Or some of them also have come from out of the area to be near their adult children who live in this neighborhood.
Gotcha. So, I mean, it is an interesting age range because like 58, it's really it is about being in a downsized kind of home in a community close to kids,
right?
Close to Great Falls Village here and a lot of amenities and still live, a full life. Like, I mean, what I'm trying to get at is that, if you live in a senior residence, it doesn't mean that, you can't get around and you're restricted to a walker or something like that. It's a lot more varied than that.
It is. And in Brightview, we focus on the 5 elements of wellness that we call SPICE. And that acronym stands for spiritual, physical, intellectual, cultural, and emotional. And all of our amenities and programs focus on these elements, which keeps our residents really active and healthy, and very engaged. We do a lot of the usual activities folks would think about seniors doing, like Name That Tune and musical concerts. But we also have some interesting outings to the local grocery stores, but also we went to the Udvar-Hazy Air and Space Museum a couple of weeks ago. And then last week, we went to a horse farm. The residents got to interact with the horses and feed them and pet them. And it's a program called Lift Me Up.
Oh, yes.
They enjoyed so much and they want to go back next week. So,
oh that's awesome.
It was really great. But also they love art and they love creating things. So I'd been given a task to decorate this sort of empty hallway that leads to our art studio. And so I got a bunch of the residents together and we painted oversized flowers on canvases. And then we displayed them in that hallway. They were so excited to see their items on display. And I was so excited that now we have this really vibrant space leading up to our art room. So that's
happy.
wonderful. Yeah.
I'm picturing it and how pretty it would be to walk through. And I'm sure there was a lot of varied style
Very
from all the
varied.
people.
Yeah.
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 Different
And lots of
influences
different
and different.
colors.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it'll be, I'll have to come down and take some pictures of it and share or
Okay.
something.
That'd be great.
That would be nice. So how long have you worked at Brightview?
So I have been at Brightview for about 6 months.
Oh, wow. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I am fully a member of the Brightview family now.
Yeah. And are you from the area originally, or did you move in?
So I have been in this area since 1992, but I'm originally from Massachusetts.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, but I love it down here.
Yeah. It's different in terms of, well, the weather. Where were you in Massachusetts?
I grew up in Holden, Massachusetts, which is, central Mass. Lots of snow and cold and ice and all those things that we don't get so much of down here.
Massachusetts is a really, really pretty state as well. So
It is.
I don't know how many years Brightview's been participating as a sponsor of the studio tour.
I think this is our second or third year sponsoring the studio tour.
It's great to get all the people down there, and there's some more sponsors picking up and stuff like that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
We love partnering, with the local community and sponsoring events. And we also sponsor a senior movie day, which is a lot of fun.
What are the most popular activities, would you say, that you've seen so far?
Yeah, definitely some of those outings that I've talked about. The residents really look forward to that. They, of course, love music. So I'm a music therapist by education. And so I enjoy playing the piano for them. And we play Name That Tune and they have a lot of fun with music, a lot of dancing.
Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. Talk a little bit more about that. What kind of music do you like to play?
Yeah, so it's a little challenging given our age ranges, right? The 58-year-old folks want to listen to different music than the 98-year-old folks. So what we end up doing is just having a huge variety and just seeing how people respond. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Music is music, and they all just love it all.
It's true. I'm imagining like a sing along and what a sing along would look like. And Christmas time is probably super fun.
It absolutely is. I play as much Christmas music as possible, holiday tunes and things like that.
Oh, that's really nice. That's really special.
Yeah, it is really special. And it helps you make a connection with the residents.
And dancing is
very, very important, especially for the older generation. They did a lot of dancing when they were young and they don't want to stop.
That's right. Yeah, because partner dancing was a lot more common.
It was.
In the past and stuff. So, and it really is so nice for couples to engage in that together. And then you have the music school across the road. Is there ever any kind of collaboration there, or is that maybe something that?
That's something that we're looking to probably do in the future with the Colvin Run.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. So the outings, then the music, and you've got other activities, and I'm sure you've got fitness programs.
We do. We partner with a company called Beata that provide physical therapy and occupational therapy at our community. And they do something called Spice in Motion. That's part of our fitness program as well.
Oh, nice. So just running it down, there's spiritual,
physical, intellectual, cultural, and emotional.
It's a good mix. It's a good mix for life.
It is. And it keeps them really active, healthy, engaged, and loving life, right?
Yeah. Oh, That's wonderful. That's good. I just, thankful for the sponsorship. I haven't really spoken a lot about, senior residence living. And I remember somebody had said to me on a plane, my parents were looking at downsizing, and my parents are now 73 and they still live on their own and stuff. But, they were in their 60s and they just thought, well, have you ever thought of like senior living? And I just thought, no, I haven't thought about that, but I have an art gallery here and people are not interested necessarily in buying things because everybody's downsizing. And so, what are they downsizing to? And I guess it's a big jump to say to go into like a senior living center. How do they kind of adjust to that?
That's a great question. Generally, if someone's coming from a large house, they would prefer to have a 1 or a 2 bedroom apartment, right? So that it's not quite so shocking. in Brightview, Great Falls, their apartment is sort of where they sleep and maybe hang out a little bit, but there's so much going on throughout the rest of the community. And we have a lot of common spaces where, so instead of just having the living room in their apartment, they have a huge living room outside of their apartment and a library and art studio and a pool table and a game room and things like that. So you're downsizing, but you're still having all of those things available to you and lots of space to walk around and visit with your friends and family.
It is just a big jump. And
It is. So we ask people to kind of focus on, well, what could you not live without? And then, sort of start from there and see how that goes.
Do you generally give like a time of adjustment for somebody to settle in and find friends and get comfortable?
Yes. So we have resident ambassadors who are residents who live here right now, and they sort of partner with anyone new moving in and kind of show them the ropes, help them get adjusted, take them to dinner, sit with them, introduce them to other residents that might have similar interests. And that makes the transition a little bit less difficult, right?
Yeah, sure. It's not too unsimilar to going off to college and living in a dorm and kind of you feel kind of out of it at first. And then after a while you start to feel at home, and that's great. I think it's just a simple little conversation that we have. Do you feel like there's anything more that you wanted to share? Or, I don't want to be prying too much because there are people's lives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm always like, I see all these, I see these movies, that, what was the last one I saw? It was like the Queen Bees or something like that. And it's like, you've got like the cliques, it's kind of like the high school girls again. You got the mean girls and all that kind of stuff, but that's just dramatization and stuff.
Right.
So
it is. It is.
Yeah.
I don't see too much of that here at our community, thank goodness. But I have worked other places where that's been the case. So it depends. Yeah. But, it's just another phase in life. And so
it is.
We just try to help people work through it as best they can and provide them the support they need and help them with their best life. So
my grandmother, it was a Dutch Reform home, and it ranged. Now she was in her 80s and 90s when she lived there. And it was the intrigue, that happened amongst all of the other floor mates, because she just had her own little apartment. And I saw it a little bit, she just thought, oh, where's she going all dressed up?
Right.
So, it's hard for when we're young to imagine what life is going to be like. But if we don't really change.
No, not significantly.
We're still full of life. We just can't maybe move the same. We don't have the same energy levels and all that kind of stuff. But it's not so different from us.
It's not so different.
Kind of overcoming preconceptions about what older age, and what your role is in society and what you can offer and what it looks like. I guess a lot of people are a little bit afraid of getting there.
But it can be a wonderful time of life.
It can be.
It can be.
I imagine that working at Brightview and other residences, you get to look at that next babyhood, then young adult, then middle age, then kind of elderly. I don't know exactly how to, so maybe it's like step 5, in our lifetime or something like that. So you get to kind of be a part of that as well.
Yeah, it's nice. And it's always particularly nice to see. We have a family night every month where all the families come and we have a big event. And it's always just so great to see the residents there. They just love having their grandchildren or their great grandchildren come and
showing off and
exactly.
And sharing like what they have in their life.
Yeah.
Well, it's really nice to chat with you. I know it's just a brief conversation, but it's I think it's something that I'll probably come by and take some footage of that hallway, and
that
be able to drop it in and that kind of thing. Now, if people are interested in just kind of checking out Brightview, what's the best way to kind of, contact you or
so
find out more?
They can call the community directly, 703-759-2513, and ask for Juli. Or just
Awesome.
visit our website at brightviewseniorliving.com and /Great Falls. And you can even just go on there and call the number and book a tour or just stop by.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. And are there any like social media handles for the Brightview?
Yes. So Instagram is at Brightview Senior Living. And then each of our communities have their own Facebook page. So that's where we showcase that unique programming, our spicy programming, and our diverse residents. And Great Falls is at Brightview Senior Living, Great Falls. So,
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you very much again.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Okay. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's an honor to co-chair the studio tour this year with Sandy Buffy. And on behalf of the Great Falls Studios artist community, I'm sending out a big thank you to the tour's corporate sponsors: Emily Marentette Real Estate, Brightview Senior Living Great Falls, Moss Building and Design, RJS Construction, Surrounds Landscaping, Stacy Tucker's State Farm Insurance, Dianne Van Volkenburg at Long & Foster Real Estate, the residences at Colvin Run, Blue Chicken Bakery, Broadway Gallery, and L'Auberge Chez François. Ooh la la. And a big thank you to all those who make it out to visit us.